there, my name's Tracy from Randomness of Rudy, and today we are talking about Aries and Scorpio compatibility. This is a part of my Aries Experience series on YouTube, which I started in celebration of the month of Aries. And so if you haven't seen my first video where I go a little bit more in depth of what it's like to be in a relationship with Aries, please go back and check out that first video. Aries and Scorpio is a tough match, and this is a coupling that could turn out one of two ways. Aries and Scorpio could end up becoming brother and sister for life, in the sense that, you know, you're battle pals, you both have this sense of camaraderie between you, and exemplify this team effort and energy when it comes to going after what it is that you want. And so that's one way this pair can work, which is the positive way. The not so positive way in how this pair could work out in the long run is that the two of you become bitter enemies, okay? And we want to avoid the bitter enemy part as much as possible. You know, Aries is a fire sign and Scorpio is a water sign. And so if you look at the elements alone, they're not very compatible. However, both have what the other lacks, all right? Scorpio is an emotional energy that really likes to get to the bottom of any person, place, or thing for the sake of transforming that energy, whatever it is, into something bigger and better. In fact, that is how Scorpio lives its own life, and that is a life full of transformation, all right? So this is a pretty intense sign. Whereas Aries, as we know, is fire, full of energy, full of bravado, and really wants to get up and go, okay? And so there's a power dynamic between these two signs that can be really difficult to navigate. You know, Scorpio is very much an energy that is always committed to a relationship, but also wants to steer the relationship in terms of how it plays out. Whereas Aries, you know, Aries can be a committed sign for sure, but Aries is not going to be reined in by anyone. Aries needs its independence. Aries needs to be able to get up and go. And so to have a Scorpio kind of in the background telling Aries what it can and cannot do is not going to fly. And Aries' kind of purposeful disobedience, if you will, just for shits and giggles, is not going to fly with Scorpio either. So this is a power dynamic that really needs to be kept under wraps. Otherwise, you know, the relationship itself can kind of shift into that bitter enemy type territory, all right? As far as your arguments go, the same considerations need to be upheld as well. You know, Aries, as I've said throughout this series, tends to get angry very quickly, and Scorpio tends to get very angry very quickly as well. The difference between these two is that Aries will express its anger in a very straightforward way and will let you know up front, this is why I'm pissed, all right? Whereas Scorpio, if Scorpio is angry, Scorpio will scheme. Scorpio will scheme and figure out a way to get back at Aries. And so Scorpio is not as upfront with its upset. And that can be something that kind of stings Aries in the bottom part, if you will, after a time. So as far as your fights go, I think the best way going forward in this relationship is to play fair. And that may be something that you both want to establish as far as the rules of the game, if you will, once your relationship gets underway. As far as sexual compatibility, it's off the charts for sure. Scorpio is the sex sign of the zodiac, and the reason why is because Scorpio really enjoys intense experiences. Having such intense experiences allows Scorpio to feel emotionally connected and transform itself. Remember, Scorpio is all about transformation. And Aries is also highly sexed, highly passionate. And so when you combine these two signs, it definitely speaks of a pretty intense experience as far as sexual compatibility goes. And really, when all else fails, you know, when you have had some rough times, when you are going through a rough patch, you know, kind of putting all that behind you for the sake of passionate lovemaking may in fact do the trick. So this match is a tricky one. There are some rules that you will probably want to establish first and foremost, especially surrounding trust and communication and that power dynamic. That's something that should be settled first and foremost. And once that's done, this relationship can really be quite a powerful match. If you want more information, feel free to visit randomnessofrudy.com. Until next time, good luck.